What's up, chat? Welcome back to another live stream. And oh boy, today I'm finally giving a try to Cursor. I have never tried Cursor and I'm super excited to give this a try. How everyone is feeling today? Excited and happy to see everyone. How everyone is feeling today? Joel, nice to see you. I checked your Twitter already. It's awesome, man. Thank you for coming once again. Isgard, nice to see you as well. Roberto, 99, what's up, dude? Peak and Flow, how you doing? Phosphor, nice to see you as well. How you doing? Some Cursor vibes. Oh yeah, baby. Metroid, how you doing as well? What's up? Coder, nice to see you. Sanjay, nice to see you as well. 80, Doubter, nice to see you. Davey, nice to see you as well. You started to use the new GitHub agent mode. I don't even know what that is. You know, I'm gonna literally give a try to Cursor today. You guys know. I have tried Windsurf. I'm a big PHP Storm user. I use PHP Storm pretty much for everything. I think the AI assistant PHP Storm, it's becoming better and better and literally does the job. So, PHP Storm user here, and you know, I want to give a try to Cursor, and I have a few things to do on a Laravel Essentials package, so I think it will be a perfect moment for that. You welcome me, Joel. Thank you so much for your contribution, dude. Oliver is saying that the new PHP Storm update dropped it today with some native AI. You serious? Can I find more about that on their blog or something? Hey Leo, nice to see you. How you doing? Steve King, nice to see you as well. Praza, nice to see you. Josh Siri saying, first time Cursor, did you use Windsurf last time? Yeah, last time I used Windsurf, I'm gonna be honest with you. I expect Cursor to be the same thing as Windsurf in terms of an editor. I expect them to be actually super similar. But you know, maybe I will get surprised. I don't know. How is the music, chat? Is the music okay for everyone? Is it too loud? Is it too cool? Let me know. Let me know if the music is perfect or not. By the way, chat, I have exciting news for you all, okay? Exciting news. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the exciting news? So, I'm proud to announce that tomorrow I will, for the first time ever, stream for 2 days straight. I will stream the full day tomorrow. I will be reacting to React Miami. And, you know, I literally got in touch with the organizers. I asked them, you know, I would love to literally just react to the entire day or to the entire conference. And they told me, I think it's a great idea. And they give me permission to literally rebroadcast the official live stream to my Twitch channel, to my YouTube channel, to my Twitter feed. It will be huge, man. I'm so happy about this. So tomorrow around 1 p.m. UTC, I'm gonna literally start streaming. It will be the full day live streaming for the first time, and I'm so happy about this. Okay, so I hope you guys join me on this journey that starts tomorrow, and I think will be super exciting. You know, we can take a look about the schedule if you guys want a little bit. So obviously things apparently start today, okay? But we don't have a live stream yet. The live stream will be literally tomorrow only. But the schedule says that we have literally, you know, our first talk tomorrow at 9 a.m., which would be about 1 p.m. UTC. And we are going to have topics about React, about JavaScript, about TypeScript, and I think will be super exciting. Full day of live streams here on the channel. Will be awesome. Hey D, nice to see you. The music is perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, Windsurf is awesome. I like Windsurf, you know. PHP Storm is better for PHP development, but Windsurf in terms of AI, I think it did a great job. Hey Sven, nice to see you. Today we'll be working a little bit on Laravel Essentials. So I'm not actually going to React Miami. I'm literally to just live stream the entire event on my channel. I think it'll be so fun. So yeah, I'm gonna react to React, and I think it'll be awesome. Counting on you boys to stay here with me all day. I think it'll be super fun. I literally took the day off. I took the day off my off time, literally off, just for live streaming 2 full days. So, you know, you guys can support me just by coming to my YouTube channel, and I think it'll be awesome. Oh my god, happy to see everyone. And today we are exploring Cursor, and hopefully someday we are going to explore as well PHP Storm is native, his native AI features. I had no idea they were shipping that today. And it's free? That's insane. Hey Oliver, nice to see you. How you doing? Steve King is saying I was writing my own essentials, now I can use yours. Yeah, the project actually made a lot of progress. Do you guys want to see? Watch this out. So, you guys remember the first time we start working on this, it was kind of a POC, but now actually it's taking some serious things, you know. We have literally a logo already. We have a beautiful description, a nice installation steps, and we explain every single rule we are using, like auto eager loading, optional unguarded models, immutable dates, forced HTTPS, safe console, asset prefetching. Everything is like well explained. And you know, there is progress to do here. I feel like we can have, I don't know what you guys think, but I think it'll be awesome to have a make action command. What do you guys think about this? I was thinking like just add on top of what Laravel already has, just a make action. What do you guys think? Good idea? Bad idea? Write on the chat. I'm curious about that. Hey F. Barrento, nice to see you. How you doing? We're finally back to TikTok. Yo, TikTokers, I know. Basically, for some reason, my live stream on TikTok got suspended for a reason, and I don't know why. And I think on TikTok it's not allowed to literally share links. So sometimes I'm like here on the live stream and I just say, this is my Discord link. And you can do that on Twitch and YouTube, but you cannot do it on Twitter or on TikTok. So for that reason, I got like a 30-day suspension. Anyways, that's it. User47, how you doing? Just joined and started switching to Laravel from Next a while back. What is Essentials? Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you so much for joining. If you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP and Laravel developer, but also a Laravel core team member. And I'm currently developing this package called Laravel Essentials. And what it does, it kind of mutates some of the defaults in Laravel for the defaults I believe on. So for example, we use strict models by default. We use auto eager loading, which is a new feature in Laravel. We use optional unguarded models, immutable dates, some of the cool things that Laravel provides, but they are not just a default. And we have that here on this package, and it will be automatically enabled for you if you just install this package, okay? Again, I'm not able to share links on TikTok, so I apologize about that. Okay, chat? Here we go. Putting it on YouTube and Twitch. Oliver is saying that your actions short made me question all my event listeners. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of actions. I don't like event-driven applications. I think event-driven applications are just a pain to maintain. They are not easy to understand what's happening. You are firing events, and then you have random places literally listening for those events. Is a total nightmare. And when you work with actions, things are so much more cleaner. You can literally just track everything your app is doing thanks to actions. And I was thinking about adding this make action, and I think it would be dope. Pick and Flow is saying, yeah, make action would be dope. The new readme is great. Really like the explanations. Well, you can say thanks to Sven. Sven Indergin. Oh my god, your name is so tough. But Sven is literally one of the contributors already to this package. I told you folks, like every single time I'm doing something open source, everyone can join. Like literally anyone can join, And Sven, he is like already doing contributions. And honestly, if he continues to do contributions like this, I'm gonna probably just give him like admin permissions on the repo so he can also maintain the project like me. That's a very important thing that I always do, is that I give permissions to other people to just manage the repo. Oliver is saying, can actions be queued somehow, or they also trigger a job? I think if you want to trigger a job, you would do it asynchronously. So you would call an action, and if that action needs to trigger a job, you would do it inside of the action. You would dispatch a job inside of the action. Hey, good evening, Ronald. Nice, welcome to the live stream. Stefan is making a great question. Are actions something like CQRS? So actions are a small portion of CQRS, basically. It's something that got extracted from that pattern in particular, because it basically comes out of the command pattern, basically. Okay. So that being said, let's get started. We have a lot to do today. Okay. So yeah, just a recap. Tomorrow I'm live streaming all day, 10 hours of live stream for the first time on this channel. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you would told me that 6 months ago I would be basically taking 2 days off just for live streaming, I would just say you are crazy. I would never do that. So if I'm doing something like that, it's because I truly believe on this live streaming side hustle, and I believe that, you know, potentially this can be a big part of my life. Okay, so thank you all for sticking with me literally all live streams. I love you all a lot. So that being said, tomorrow React Miami here on the channel will be awesome. So stay here with us because it will be cool. What else do I have to say? Oh yeah, PHP Storm. Oh yeah, so PHP Storm reached me out and they told me PHP is being 30, it's like literally turning 30, okay? Yeah, our favorite language is literally becoming, 30 years old. And they asked me, can I remove this? Thank God. And they asked me, dude, would you mind of tweeting something where you can grab ideas for a t-shirt? And they said yes, and I tweeted this. So to celebrate PHP turning 30, PHP Storm is literally launching a line of merch of customized t-shirts. So if you have an idea, I'm going to share you the link. If you have an idea of a t-shirt that you think would be cool to have on the PHP world, you can literally just access this tweet and write your ideas below. We have a couple of ideas already, as you can see here. PHP-I, I'm not dead, and more powerful than ever. You can see another one right here, still running with the elephant, of course. Like Wakanda Forever, PHP Forever, nice one. So as you can see, there's a bunch of ideas, and if you guys have more, you can just put on the chat. Hey Metroid, nice to see you. How you doing? Thank you, Ronald, for saying that. Thank you, thank you. By the way, if you watch me from Twitter, for some reason, the Twitter chat on my live stream is not working. So join my Twitch and YouTube if you want to chat with me, all right? So that being said, let's move to Cursor. I literally installed Cursor today. So I have little to nothing installed. I have literally nothing installed yet. So everything is like super small, looks like crap. So we need to fix that. I'm gonna go here to settings. I'm gonna click on theme, and I'm gonna choose a different color theme. Ah! It's too light for today. Oh my god. Ooh, I like this one. Do you guys have any of you uses Cursor or VS Code? If yes, can you give me a theme that you truly believe to be good, please? Hey, back at Snacks. So if you use VS Code, this should be very similar to VS Code, by the way. One Dark Pro, thank you, thank you. One Dark, okay, chat. So there is no One Dark. Should I install them? Wait, what? Do I need to go to extensions or something? Alright, let's go again. One Dark. Is this the one? One Dark Pro, chat? Is this the one? Is this the one, chat? Oh, Cappuccino is equally available here. People are talking about the Atom Dark. Should I use that one? Ooh, that's not bad. So we have this one, and we have the One dark. Let's see the one dark real quick. I don't know. I feel like the other one is better. The Atom one dark. Yeah, let's go with this one for now. Okay, so it's installed. Ooh, nice. It's already selected. Cool. So how do I close this? Oh, here we go. Nice, 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 nice. We need to fix the font though. The font looks like crap and it's so small. So let's go here to VS Code settings, I guess. Here we go. Let's put this into 23 perhaps. And where do I choose the font? This is a type of stuff that just, you know, why they wouldn't provide me here a selector? Like, Jesus Christ. Do I need to just memorize all of my fonts? Fix icons too? Oh, okay. Wait, what? So I literally need to come up with a font name here. Wait, what? Yeah, this is like looking okay, but I want to change the font. What font do I use? The JetBrains one. You have to know the name? Jesus Christ. Come on, Chad. All right, so I guess I'm going to open PHP Storm. Oh, I just typed JetBrains Mono. Thank you, thank you. JetBrains Mono. Like this? Ooh, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Chad. What else do I want to do? I need to change the line width though. Exactly. Use 0 to automatically put line width from the font size. Values between 0 and 8. Hey Diabel, nice to see you. 2.4. Yeah, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Thank you, thank you. So the font on my terminal is still a little bit small though. Do you guys know how to make this bigger? Terminal font. There we go. Let's put this to 23 as well. There we go. Much better. Okay. What do you guys think about the font, about the theme though? Do you like the theme? What do you think about the theme? I don't know, man. This theme feels weird. I don't know why. Let's try a different one. Alright, people are saying Poly Night. What is that one? Probably another one that I need to install through extensions. Let's see. Poly Night. Ooh. Ooh, looks a little bit better this one though. Let's go with this one for now, to see how it goes. Yeah, let's go. Okay, I like this one. Looking a little bit better. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, Zinkak, thank you so much for the rate of 21. I really appreciate. Raiders, if you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. I'm also a Laravel core team member, streaming every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tomorrow we have a special event here on the channel. I'm going to broadcast React Miami here on the channel. So it'll be 2 days of full live stream of 10 hours each day, and I think it will be absolutely awesome. So if you like React, if you want to see a conference with me, just tag along for tomorrow. I really appreciate that. Today we're exploring Cursor. So I'm a big PHP Storm user, JetBrains fanatic, and you know, I like the editor. I've also tried Windsurf, which honestly, Windsurf looks a lot like Cursor. You know, I won't lie to you. It looks exactly like the same. But you know, I'm gonna give it a try to Cursor and see how it goes. So far, we have installed Cursor. We have equally configured the theme and the font, and what I'm doing now is, you know, possibly creating a feature on this package with Cursor. Now, if you don't know this package, this is called Laravel Essentials. It's something I have just created for Laravel developers, and what it does, it's kind of simple. So sometimes when I start a new Laravel project, there's a few things I like to have by default. One of them is a bunch of defaults that Laravel provides you, but they aren't enabled by default. For example, strict models, alter ego loading, unguarded models, immutable dates, forcing HTTPS, do not allow to destroy your database in production, asset prefetching with it, and there is a bunch of little things that I really enjoy, but they are not enabled by default. So you type literally composer require Nuno Maduro Essentials, and bam, you have all of this automatically on your Laravel app. So today I want to keep developing this package, which already contains a lot of things, but I want to have more on this. I want to have a make action command and potentially other things that we may think about during this live stream while exploring Cursor at the same time. So welcome to the live stream, by the way. You are a light mode user, Davey? That's crazy, man. Hey Taco, nice to see you. How you doing? Honestly, I like this theme. I think this theme is literally perfect for the live stream, so I think I'm going to stick with this. Okay, chat? All right, let's move here into the AI assistant and probably use this a little bit. I make the AI assistant a little bit bigger, but now I need to make the font a little bit slower. Let's put here 15 and possibly go to the console font and make it probably 12 perhaps. Wait, what? Do you guys know how do I change the terminal font? Oh, here we go. There we go, much better. I have used the Firecode font, yes, and I think it's good. I think it's good. The Firecode, I've actually used the Firecode for a lot of time, but now I think JetBrains Mono is just better, you know? Taco is asking how long I've been coding for. Why? I don't know why, but you look like professional. Probably a senior dev. You know, I think within the PHP ecosystem and PHP sphere, I'm probably, you know, a good PHP developer. That's a good question. But yeah, I've been developing for more than 10 years. So I took a master, and then I've been, you know, software engineer for the last 10 years. I've worked in companies like Algolia, but now I'm working at Laravel, and yeah, I think I'm a good PHP developer. Back it's not to saying Nuno makes me look like a noob. What are you saying? Chat. I literally forgot to show you something really cool. You guys want to see? You guys want to see my new website? Watch this out. Watch this out, chat. Watch this out, chat. What do you guys think about this? Oh boy, nunomaduro.com. Yes, I literally redesigned everything on this website. And, you know, I've spent some time literally just crafting this entire text, of course, with the help of ChatGPT. But talks a little bit about myself. What do I do? But also, where are my socials, how can you sponsor my work, but also all my talks in the past. I think I wanted a place where I literally works as an archive of all my talks. So happy about this website. And you want to see a little Easter egg? Watch this out. Watch this out. Probably you would think that these buttons do nothing. Are you ready? Are you ready? Watch this out. Aha! You know, I can open it. I can even close it. Restart my terminal. Make it really big if I want to. What do you think about this, man? This is cool, right? That's good. I know. Small detail. People told me that I should make this terminal interactive, but I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. How the way my website turned out to be. But yeah. Anyways, let's move forward. What I want to do, I want to create the make action feature on this Laravel Essentials. Okay. So the way I would tackle this, by the way, is that I would have potentially a new folder with the name commands or console commands potentially. It would be a make action command name. Also, I would extend the generator from Laravel. So Laravel literally have a class that uses for this kind of stuff, for generating literally stubs. And I would have a stubs folder with my default action. However, there's a few things we probably would have to think about, like how Paint would potentially format the file, but let's see how it goes. Let's ask ChatGPT. Not ChatGPT, let's ask AI. By the way, Chad, which model are you using? For those who use AI assistants in vibe coding, which model are you using? I feel that Claude 3.7 is the one I've been using forever, but let me know what you think about this. Tintin, I'm literally Portuguese, yes. Thanks for asking. I speak English because all my audience that comes from Twitter, basically, it's a known Portuguese audience. Claude 3.7, yeah, I'm also a big fan of Claude 3.7. I think it's the one that I always use. Let's go with Claude 3.7, okay? All right, so I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna say the following. This package is called Laravel Essentials. Actually, I'm gonna just say, please create make action command that publishes a class within app actions folder. This class should be minimal with only a handle method, and that's it. All right, let's go, chat. Ooh, so it's saying it appears to be a Laravel package, not a full Laravel application. That's right. So happy to be back to TikTok, chat. Like literally, it's been like a month without TikTok, and I feel like the audience on TikTok is so much different from the audience on Twitch or the audience on YouTube. Most of you already know me on YouTube and Twitch, but there is a lot of people who are looking into learning, you know, coding, and they want to see a little bit of coding, and they don't know me, and it's just fun to have them as well. Ooh, I think it's done, I guess. Let's see. Well, I hope it's done. Wait, what? What the fuck? I'm not into religion, I need something higher and bigger to fix this. Brothers, sisters betray me that I never wrong. Over here it's all solid, this isn't here we go. See, it wasn't making the thing for some reason. I made a bunch of merch, and as soon as I recouped on my expenses, I gave away every other shirt. Good heart, I guess that's why I never finished first. But it's time I put the business first. Cause we ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. Yeah, I am on chat mode. What do you mean? It's so weird. It's not actually making stuff. What the heck? Change the music real quick. This is definitely not working as I want. I think I'm not actually even on agent mode. Do you guys know how do I change that to agent mode at least? Yeah, this is a package for Laravel. Bottom left of input. Oh, okay. So this is literally just... Oh my god, just took me forever. Okay, let's do a new one then. So now it's an agent. Okay, let's go again. So I'm starting from scratch, literally. Okay, here we go. For the second time now. Honestly, I won't lie to you. Sometimes I feel that with AI I'm slower than I'm actually just doing stuff myself. It's not like it's not a lie. Like literally, I'm just faster than AI sometimes. For stuff like this, especially, it would be done already. What do you guys think? Like. Ooh, now it's actually creating stuff, finally, okay. Yeah, for UI stuff, like SVGs or UIs, is actually very, very useful. Okay, let's be realistic. I think we are faster without UI for some things, but for other things, we are literally faster with AI, you know? Okay, I think it's done. I'm gonna accept all and see the changes, okay? So we have this make action command, which extends a regular command. I would expect this to extend the generator command from Laravel. So that's not a good thing. That's not a good beginning. Yeah, this is not a good beginning. Laravel has something for this. So let me try to instruct the AI about that. Can you use the generator command of Laravel and a stubs folder, please? Because Laravel have literally a class just for this, you know? Ooh, now it's using the generator command. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. It's equally moving the action to the action.stub, which is exactly what I wanted as well. Okay, maybe now it's good. By the way, chat, while this is running, are you guys excited for tomorrow? How many of you actually use React? Write on the chat, what do you use? Do you use Livewire, or you use like React, or you use Vue? What do you use exactly? What do we have here? So React, jQuery, Livewire, Filament, React as well, Filament. Interesting that you call Filament and you don't call Livewire. That's very interesting. Because Filament is Livewire effectively, right? On YouTube we have Livewire, Svelte. Interesting, Svelte looks awesome as well. React, Svelte, Vue, Livewire, Vue. Insane, man. It's just insane that it's such a mix of people using different technologies. Is it done? I think it's done, yes. Use jQuery, Joel. Tony just uses Blade in HTML. When you say HTML, you mean like with Blade, or you regular HTML with, you know, just literally CSS in HTML? Ankh is saying, you know, when people shit on other frameworks are insecure as hell. I have talked about like imposter syndrome a little bit, and also about people defending a little bit their ego. I feel like in general, people, when they shit on other frameworks, especially on popular frameworks, they are literally just defending a little bit their ego. In the sense that they know a lot about this or about their framework, but because they don't know about the other as much, they just say that the one they use is better, basically. I think there is value on all the frameworks that you guys mentioned today, okay? Vue, React, Livewire, all of them are very popular, so all of them pretty much are good to build UIs. Undeniably, I feel like React is just way big at this point. The others are big as well, but React is just in another level, in my opinion, at the moment. Even in terms of finding job positions. You guys know? Backit Snacks is saying, I'm not a huge fan with React. Backit Snacks, come tomorrow to the React conference. I think potentially you will find like good vibes on it. Dive is saying, I was one of the original authors of Zen framework. I hated Laravel until I used it, and now I love it. You see? By the way, I've used Zen framework 1. I don't know if you were a contributor of that framework, but I've used that. By the way, chat, do not forget, if you work from home, do not forget of going out every single day to the gym, drink water, be healthy. Very, very important. Okay, what do we have here? So make actions command. This is actually how we would tackle this, which extends to generator command from Laravel. Awesome. Then we have a make action, and we equally have a description. What is the signature? Oh, we don't have a signature because the generator will automatically do that for us. The type of this will be action. The stub will be within stubs action.stub. Let's see if this will actually work. Bam, 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 bam. Default namespace. This is literally perfect, I think. This should be working. What else do we have? We should have as well a stub, which is insanely minimal. Which obviously it's missing a return type here. Let's make this void. I mean, realistically, an action will have arguments. You guys know me. I like to have literally potentially the impact resource or the impact model, who ran the action, for example. But you know, I guess that's something that the user will decide for himself. And this will be the logic of the action, which we can keep it this super clean like this. We can give this a new line, and I think this is perfect. This typically should be exposed on the Laravel Essentials service provider. So here, all the way down, I should see this little buddy right here. Exactly. A new command, which is only published when we are running on the console. Very important thing. So on HTTPS or on the web, we never actually expose this command. And this is equally only for, you know, when we are publishing the file. This should be good enough, I think. Stephanie is saying, add the streak types to the stub. Should I do that though? Because on Laravel, that doesn't happen. You know? Tony is asking, what do I think about the repository pattern? I think it's a waste of time. Laravel itself is already a little bit like a repository behind the scenes because you can change the driver, you know, so you can literally change the database where we are putting your data. But, you know, to fully implement the repository pattern, I don't think you should even go with Laravel to begin with, you know. You would be just ignoring the framework too much. You want to leverage the framework a little bit, so I feel I would not use the repository pattern ever. By the way, Zend was a good framework, okay? It was a long time ago, I know. But back in the days, I mean, it was the best out there, you know? We had Zend framework, and then we had like CodeIgniter, but that was it, basically. You tried Blade templates on WordPress? How that went, by the way? Did it work? Okay, this should be good. How do I even test this? Oh, I think perhaps we can use the Laravel install. This will be very difficult to test though. Do I even want to test this? Zend is now Laminas, so in some form it still exists. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I ever saw a Laminas application. I think like it's very easy to have. One thing is like building a POC or building a framework. Other thing is like actually having the framework being used. And you know, it's a little bit like building a package. You can have a great package. It can be super well designed, super very well architectured, but if you don't have a good README or a great marketing strategy or a great put it out there strategy, people won't use it or you not even know it to begin with. So maybe you can use Cursor to write the test. That was a good idea, dude. Let's do that. Great job. Can you write a test for this make action command? Maybe use Workbench features for that? I have no... Honestly, if AI solves this problem, it would be kind of cool. I don't think the AI will be able to solve this problem, though. Would be cool, though. It would be cool. The E framework was equally good, I think. I like the E framework one. I have no idea what the AI is doing at the moment, by the way. Hope he's not doing a bunch of crap. I'm not, you know, expecting that I have to tell AI to use past because we have literally passed on this test already, at least this ones. So By the way, Shad, I know I've been missing a little bit videos on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be honest with you, I love live streaming. Editing videos is a different beast. It totally drains my energy because it's not fun, like literally. So I love producing content on my live streams. I love chat with you all, but like a live stream editing after my live stream is just a nightmare. Regardless, all the recent videos were very successful, including this one, Modern PHP in 2025, almost 20k views in 5 days, and it's about PHP, which is awesome. And yeah, if you enjoy my content, give me a follow on YouTube, by the way, okay? Is the AI already with some testing? Ooh. Now let's run the tests to make sure they work. Yeah, go ahead. It was smart enough to understand that it should run literally composer tests. That's cool. It's not PHP unit, but let's see. So basically, Composer test failed on Rector. It is now rerunning the test suite. It's not PHP unit. This will fail. It's kind of crazy that we have to tell the AI that we are using past PHP. This won't even work. Do you think Cursor have a plugin for PHP Storm? I may just use Windsurf on PHP Storm. I need to try that. I'm gonna cancel this and just check this on my own, I think. Ooh. No, let me run this a little bit. I'm gonna go all the way top. I'm gonna type vendor bean pint. Here we go. I'm gonna type vendor bean PHP stand. Probably won't be happy with me. Oh, it is happy with me. Thank you, thank you. Now I'm gonna type past PHP. 4 tests failed. Okay. Let's see. Do you guys like when AI write this kind of comments? I will never understand why AI does that. I kind of don't like this. What do you guys think about this? Roberto is saying, I checked some Laravel code, and there is any reason why it doesn't use native types everywhere? It literally does. So all of the files you get published in your folder, all of them are strictly typed. Gemini 2.5 is very aggressive with comments. It's so annoying. Like, why do I want that? You know? Oh my god. Thank you. So let's basically just type vendor bean past bail. What do we have here? Expected. Wait, what? Actually, let me try something else. Let's go full vibe coding here. Can you fix the tests running vendor bean past? Please don't delete the tests. You guys remember this last time? Literally the AI removed the tests. That was so annoying. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but there was one live stream, we were here, and I asked the AI, can you fix the test suite? And the AI literally, yeah, no problems. And they literally delete all of the tests, and then the test suite was passing. Like, what the heck? It was hilarious. Roberto99 is saying, I mean the Laravel framework. A lot of types are only defined on PHP docs. I mean, you know, like internally, you don't want to kind of risk a little bit introducing breaking changes, especially because PHP's type system is not as complete as other type systems. So, you know, it's kind of what difference it does exactly, you know? Who cares, literally? As long as your app is fully typed, I think it's okay. What the heck are you doing? Like literally deleting stuff? Here we go. Already hallucinating a little bit. I hope it doesn't hallucinate a bunch. Let's make one with proper past naming convention. What do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, that's actually a good thing. We don't need this on past PHP. We don't need literally this namespace on top. Ooh, this is equally a good thing. We do this on past. Can I just allow him to auto-run? There we go. Yes, at my own risk. Yeah, deleting a test is just too easy, right? On the top right of the terminal, press add to chat and want to fix. Oh, really? Oh, that is literally something I can do, like right here? Oh, I see. Ooh, we have a passing test suite. Nice, 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 nice. The question is, how good are these tests at the moment? But let's see. So if I click on Workbench, I see... Okay, if I click on commands, I see this new make action command test. Cool. Creates a new action file, yes. So within the actions path, if there is something, I'm gonna just delete it. I feel this is something that should live on the before each though. So on the before each, I'm gonna literally just execute this. Okay, a little bit more clean. So if there is something, I'm gonna just delete it, kind of clean a little bit the test suite. Okay. And then I'm gonna make action with a name. Let's give here a real name, like create user action, something a little bit more realistic. And then I expect the exit code of this artisan call to be 0, exactly. The expected path is actions create user action.php, correct. I expect the file to exist and that to be true. And if I get the content of this file, I expect to have the namespace, the given class, and the handle. Something you guys can do here, in case you don't know, is literally, instead of using expect all the time, you just chain like this. Expect this to contain that, and this to contain that. To be honest, this can be even refactored like this, which is even better, okay? So as you can see, AI sometimes does a bunch of code, but it doesn't exactly write the code in the way I would, okay? So fails when an action already exists. So we have here an existing action which we can still call create user action. Let's go again. Then I create that action and I expect the command to fail. Oh, because we call the artisan command twice. Okay, I can just do this. Here we go. Cool, let's run Pint on this. Pint is happy. If I run past, everything is passing. What is this though? We don't need this one, do we? I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't need this. This can go away. Here we go, perfect. So we have a folder for commands, we have a folder for configurables, and we have past PHP for the configuration of past. This is looking good. Hey Napoli, nice to see you. How you doing, dude? For those who don't know, Napoli is literally the creator of Brief, and you know, which is a serverless framework, and we are big friends. Nice to see you, dude. How you doing? By the way, chat, does any of you already tried Laravel Essentials? Did you give a try already to this package or not yet? Write on the chat if you did. So that being done, I think the final step would be going to the README and... Ooh, I hate this. Do you guys know how do I literally instruct cursor to not do this go to next line thing? So I want to kind of see the line number 4 in one go instead of literally just overlap things. You see, like this line number 4 is like taking 3 lines and I don't like this. How can I literally not do this? Do you guys know? You using PHP 5.6? Dude, apologize, man. Doing great, nice to see your face. Well, likewise, dude. How you doing? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, typically I would recommend you to use this package on the fresh installation because it does mutate the behavior of Laravel. So you want to kind of avoid that. You know what I mean? What is the workbench folder? This is, well, it's gone already. But this one in particular instructs nothing at all. I can just literally remove this. Never mind. It's AI hallucinating a little bit. I don't think it's even being used. Here we go. Literally AI is hallucinating a little bit. Is that a way to pass your prettier editor.config? I can send you this. So I'm gonna send you this repo, call it vestkits Laravel, which literally contains how exactly I configure my Pint or my editor config in everything, okay? So Tony is saying disable line breaks. Where can I do that? Like on VS Code settings? Let's see. Luis Antonio is saying, are you Portuguese? Yes, I am. I'm literally using Cursor today to give this a try, but I'm typically a PHP Storm user. So line breaks. Let's see. Wait, what? I don't think that's the thing we are looking for, dude. Yeah, Steven, do not use that vestkit Laravel, by the way. It's literally not ready. Well, Cursor is literally, you know, like with GitHub Copilot, you get some nice auto completion and blah, blah, blah. But with Cursor or Windsurf or with this AI assistant-based editors, you get literally an agent who writes like full code for you, like multiple files. And really, it's pretty cool. Okay, so people are saying to look for a wrap. Okay, let's do that. VS Code, wrap. Is this what I want? Line wrapping. This is off already. What do you mean? Brian is saying use Alt-Z. Okay, let's try that. Alt-Z. Oh! Thank you. So Alt... For me, it's not Alt. I used Option-Z. Thank you, dude. Brian, you are awesome. Okay, props for Brian right there for fixing my problem. New console commands. AI complete here. Go to my, let's go here. Go to my README and add documentation about this new make action command. Thank you, Alt-Z indeed. Thank you, Moreira. Thank you. But yeah, give a try to Cursor. I think it's a good one. For PHP development, honestly, PHP Storm is just better. I really think that for professional PHP development, if you are doing PHP development for real, you should just use PHP Storm. But wait, what? I updated the README to have a comprehensive documentation about the make action. Really? Because I think... Oh, here we go. Artisan commands. Make action. Quickly generate an action file within your Laravel application. PHP artisan make action user registration. Well, this would be a little bit different though. This would be create user action. This creates a clean action class at create user action. Okay, we do have a problem though, which is if I were to develop this action, this class would be final, read-only, declare strict types everywhere. What do you guys think about this? Should we just make the default stuff like if I was the one having it? I think so, right? What do you think about this? Should we go declare strict types on top? I need your opinion, chat. What do you guys think? Hey, Dan from Cursor, how you doing? Interesting, your name is Dan from Cursor. Declare strict types on top? Let's just do it. All right, let me ask Cursor if Cursor can do this for me. Let's go here. Can you make the default stub follow to have declare strict types, read-only classes, read-only and final classes? The default stub of actions. Well, to be fair, Pint would probably already, you know, make this class final and read-only and declare strict types on top. Undeniably, I think this particular file will be tweaked depending on the user configuration, but you guys know there is an open pull request currently on Laravel Essentials right here, which the goal of this command is literally publishing the Pint configuration file we believe on, which I don't know yet if you want to have this on Essentials. But the goal of this 3 pull requests, to be fair, is publish your Pint configuration to be the one I use, publish your composer.json to be exactly like the one I use, you know, publish and install Reactor PHP with the configuration that I use as well. I don't know if you want this, but you know, I feel like this sort of things would potentially be up to the user to decide. But let's accept these changes for now. and use strict types as well. Let's run composer test to see if our test suite is happy with these changes as well. Back with Snacks is saying, I don't like the final, but I know I'm weird. Yeah, I've been using rules. So on my AI assistants, basically I find rules very helpful in terms of instructing vibe coding tools to how exactly they should approach the problem I'm proposing to them. But for some reason I still feel it's a little bit difficult to kind of explain everything I want on the rules file. It's kind of putting my own brain preferences within a .rules file, and for some reason I've been struggling a little bit to put everything I want. So at the moment, I think my Vest kit, and if you guys don't know, I'm literally developing this starter kit on Laravel. I have this rules file right here, and it does something. Obviously, tells AI vibe coding to use pint.json, which is helpful. Tells to use actions and to not use abstract controllers in Laravel, but it doesn't seem to be enough. So maybe we need to really expand a little bit on this. Roberto is saying, make a dangerous flag to not make it strict final in read only. Should we do that? Or maybe dash you are on your own, like it's your problem. By the way, chat, so happy to be back on TikTok once again after 1 month. I apologize of that suspension. Literally, I didn't know that I couldn't publish links on TikTok. TikTok, like Twitter, literally forbids us to publish links on the chat, and I didn't know about that. For that reason, I got a 30-day suspension, but now it's back again. So happy to be back on TikTok, chat. Davey is saying service classes are just empty classes, though. Yes, they are. Service classes are indeed hub to the implementation we are providing. Actions, though, I've been thinking like if we shouldn't, I don't think we should do this, but potentially something we could do is just provide a DB transaction option by default. Like literally, instead of creating it fully empty, just create it like this. What do you guys think about this? Is a DB transaction a good default for an action? I use this all the time. I think like on Laravel Cloud at the moment, potentially 80 or 90% of the action classes are encapsulated within a DB transaction. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Dan from Cursor is saying, my name is no coincidence. Feel free to vent and I can provide some advice here. Oh, thank you. Bracket Snacks is saying, I don't like final, but I'm weird. Dude, it's perfectly natural if you don't like final classes. That's fine. AGL, it should be, you mean declare strict types in final, it's cool. Let's make it opinionated as possible. I agree. Like if I didn't make it final, it would be opinionated in the sense that we don't like it to be final by default. So ooh, that's a good question. People are saying that they don't like the handle or the invoke. Interesting. I personally, chat, I don't like the invoke for the reason it feels weird when you are using this action on other places. Let's assume, for example, that you have a controller where you want to use this. You potentially would have to do something like this. Okay. Because this is invocable, you don't need to literally do this. Which is helpful. But, for some reason, I kind of like to see the little handle. What do you think? CV Timal is saying, I like execute. Interesting. I don't place business logic on my controllers. I think that literally lives on the actions, So the actions will literally just interact with the database, potentially interact with different services if they want to. But that happens all within the transaction. Once everything is done, we commit the transaction, it's done. Okay, I'm gonna keep it handle for now because it's the way I use it. Okay, I typically like to name this handle, but if you guys are open to do a pull request and have a different preference for this, okay. Let's make Rector PHP happy. Well, transactions literally just solve the problem of data consistency in the sense that the last thing you want is having a particular action which interacts with different multiple tables, and then for some reason something happened in the middle, and then you end up with inconsistent state. I believe that transactions solve that problem in the sense that you either actually create the full thing or you don't, and you roll back the transaction. So I'm a big fan of transactions, especially on actions. Validation would be done, especially validation in terms of if the user is able to create more than 5 articles, or if the user is able to create more than 10 teams, for example. That would be done upfront before calling the action. Dan from Cursor is saying, have you tried the feedback loop of adding the terminal into the chat so we can read problems and self-heal? Yeah, literally I told the Cursor to fix my test suite. So he was able to run my test suite and apply solutions to the code depending if the test suite is passing or failing, which I assume it's what we're talking about. Can you let me know? John Sozanini is saying, are you saying that if you need to make a sum, n plus 1, would you do it on the action instead of a controller? If the action mutates my system, or better, if the logic would mutate my system in terms of mutating the database or potentially other things, it would be an action. If it doesn't, that wouldn't be an action. It will be basically live either on scope class or potentially on the query class, depending of the need. But if you are literally just querying the database, for example, to know which user is currently logged in, I wouldn't never do an action for this. It will basically be just a regular controller, just querying that information. That's it. Interesting. Renato is saying, a time ago, I created a default action and use a transaction trait. What is that, dude? Ooh, great question from Marco. Marco is asking the following. What happens if within a transaction, you call an action which also has a transaction? That's a great question. That's a great question. So he's saying something like the following. If you have a create user action, and this action equally calls other action, okay? This is something perfectly natural. Other action, which is create team action. This is actually a very common case where you are creating a user in the system and you want to create a default team for the user. And potentially the default team will have other things like create default profile image or whatever. I don't know. But what happens on Laravel is that if this action opens a transaction and then calls this action, which equally opens a transaction, on Laravel that's called nested transactions, basically. And Laravel handles that accordingly and automatically for you. Meaning that if all these actions are going to open new transactions, only when the parent one is finished, the transaction will be committed, literally, okay? So in this case, once we are done with this action, we are going to wait to this action to be completed. Let's assume we have another one here, for example. Only when the B is completed, this one will fully commit it to the system. Great question, by the way. This is something I had to explore as well when I'm building or architecturing applications this way. Dean is saying, hi Nunu, you are always injecting the action classes, but what do you think about create user action handle, so making the handle of function static? I don't think you need to make it static. Okay, I get where you're coming from. However, the problem about making it static is that you need to resolve the dependencies of the action some way, you know, and typically you want to resolve them from the dependency injection container. So let's assume we have a create action class. Okay, so typically from here, something you want to do is potentially inject services like the emailing service. Okay, so to do that, you want to do it on the constructor. Okay, so if you are injecting dependencies on the constructor, you cannot have the handle method static. Okay, so you can make it non-static like this, and then resolve the create user action using method injection in your controllers in Laravel. Would you use the pipe operator in the action classes? What is the pipe operator? Do we have that on PHP? I don't think we have that on PHP, dude. You mean something like this? We don't have this on PHP yet, at least. Dan from Cursor said, yeah, you nail it. That's super powerful workflow in Cursor. Indeed. I think Cursor, with the AI models behind the scenes, it's a very powerful workflow. Okay. I still find Cursor struggling, not only Cursor, but in general, AI models struggling a little bit with the context window. So sometimes you are working with a huge project and you ask Cursor to fix something. Obviously, Cursor will struggle a little bit. But, you know, I don't think it's a problem from Cursor. It's probably a problem from all the AI assistant editors that depend on models and context windows. Kind of the same thing. Hey Daniel, how you doing? I haven't looked at the Laravel data package from Spassy. I've heard stories that it's indeed a good package. Marco is saying, one more similar question. You are inside a transaction, you call a different action, and you need the response from that action. Well, you just return the response from that action. That's it. Your handle method can return something more than a void. You can literally return what is the result of that DB transaction. So that's handled, by the way, automatically by MySQL and database systems that support transactions. If you do something like create the user within a transaction, you can fetch that user just on the next line, for example. That just works. It might sound confusing, but it literally just works. Daniel is asking, what happens if you commit the most nested transaction? It doesn't actually get committed. That's a misunderstanding a little bit. So with nested transactions, they all only get committed when the parent one is finished, you know? I should literally make content around this, like, Jesus Christ. You guys have no idea how many questions I get about this, about transactions, about actions, and about this pattern in general. A lot of people love this topic, and a lot of people do not understand how I build this, how I architectural apps like this. Okay, chat, let's literally just finish this before we move to another topic today. Just by the way, chat, do not forget, tomorrow I'm going to stream for 10 hours straight. 10 hours straight about React Miami. So I got in touch with the organizers and they literally give me permission to rebroadcast React Miami. So we have a full conference being broadcast to my YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Twitter channel called React Miami about React. It will be for the first time on my Twitch career or YouTube career that I will be streaming for full 2 days about React. So I will be reacting to React Miami. I think it'll be awesome. The stream will start at 1 p.m. UTC. Let me check this. I'm gonna equally react to this terminal feud thing, which apparently is like some sort of event. It will happen after the conference. This is supposed to start. Let me see. All right, starts at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. what? What is the time zone of this? Jesus Christ. Okay. 9 a.m. Miami to UTC. Ooh, perfect. So 9 a.m. on Miami will be 1 p.m. UTC for all of us. Okay. By the way, chat, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tomorrow, exceptionally, I'll be streaming for full 2 days on my channel, and I'm equally publishing videos on my YouTube channel, which, by the way, just noticed, we just crossed 15K subscribers on my YouTube, which is perfectly insane for me, okay? And typically I publish videos about Laravel, about PHP, about AI vibe coding and stuff like that. And, loving what I'm doing on my YouTube channel. If you enjoy my content, give me a subscription there as well. But yeah, that's it about me. We still have PHP Stan not happy, apparently. Let's see. Let's go here and fix these problems real quick. Oh my God, I need to close this. Actually, let's do the following. Let's use cursor for this. Let's go here. Can you run PHP Stan and fix the problems for me, please? There we go, chat. Much easier. Backits Next is saying, usually channel points are used for stuff like hydrate, stretch, make Nuno do something he doesn't want to do. What do you mean? Like, why would you give me points to do something I don't want to do? That's insane. So channel points is literally like the time you are watching the stream? What is that exactly? Felhoff, thank you so much for the subscription on Twitch. I really appreciate your support. You are awesome. OpenAI just released Codex with CLI agent for coding. So I don't get what is the difference between OpenAI Codex CLI and Claude, for example, because Claude gives you that CLI tool which you can use and will be literally like this AI assistant, but on the terminal. So what is the difference between Claude and that OpenAI Codex CLI? Because for me, it looks like the same. That good snacks, there we go. You can literally highlight your message. That's awesome. Just watching the stream, that's awesome. Davey is saying the difference is that Codex is from OpenAI. Oh, I know what you mean. Like literally they're just competing directly with Claude. Yeah, I think Claude at the moment, especially for coding, it's literally the best one we have, I think. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh. So is PHP Stan now happy? Let's see. So I'm going to accept all of the changes. I don't want to see this thing here. Do I have to have this to make my test suite happy? No. So why were you having that? Here we go. using cursor will make us lazy. I don't think we'll make lazy me and you, because we probably have known programming before cursor. Not only cursor, like realistically, it's all these models that are generating code. But I don't think they will make me lazy or you lazy, but they will make definitely this new generation of developers a little bit less interested on solving problems. I hope this was a little bit clear. You know, I think they will still solve, you know, business problems, but probably not like engineering problems, you know. Peek and Flow is saying, I have heard good things about Gmini 2.5. Well, someone on the chat literally 30 minutes ago told me that Gmini 2.5 generates a bunch of comments. So I don't know. William is asking which editor this is. This is Cursor, man. Hey Miranda, how to subscribe? Well, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can do it on the button below on Twitch. You can subscribe my channel to literally watch me without ads. I don't think you have ads anyway, but you can still support my work if you want to. I've disabled the ads because they were annoying for people, so. So app/services, I typically use that for interact with external services. Ooh, Arthur is saying, have you tried Tray, which is literally like a cursor, but from the creators of TikTok? I have not. Is it free even with agents? Can you use Cloth 3.7 on Tray editor? Ooh, there is one line not being tested on the make action command. Apparently, the line 85. Oh, this one, yeah. Okay, let's open the terminal like all the way up, and type the following. By the way, in case you don't know, chat, you can type vendor bin past -- coverage to really understand what exactly is being tested in your project. This is very helpful. Do not believe when people tell you that code coverage is useless. Code coverage is very helpful, and it can give you a lot of good insights about your project, okay? So here, for example, I know 2 lines are not being tested, and I'm okay with them, with those 2. I'm still having 96% of code coverage, and this is good enough for now. Let's type git add-p to see what exactly are we adding to this commit. So one typo, I'm okay with this. Another typo, I'm okay with this. Documentation about the create user action. This is not good. So I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go to the README and fix my documentation real quick. Quickly generates action classes for your Laravel application. Create user action. This will create blah, blah, blah. This level. This will be create user action. This will have the handle method. Here we are going to have db. I'm going to literally just copy the thing. Can I do that? Here we go. Shed. Bam, bam, bam. db transaction with a void return type. Actions can help you organize business logic in dedicated classes, promoting single responsibility and cleaner controllers. That's true. You can also generate nested actions. Oh, serious? I don't want that. That's not something I want to recommend people to do. Pro tip, customize the action stub by publishing the stubs. I'm gonna just say tip. This is not a pro tip. This is just a tip. I think I wanna just put that though on the configuration. And maybe something like this. You may also publish the stubs. There we go. Fix the stub before committing. What do you mean? Oh, this. Thank you, thank you. Well, that would appear on the git-p, but thank you, thank you. Stephen King is saying, it's so fast on Mac, I use Windows and it takes a long time to get the coverage. Well, that will depend on the coverage driver you are using, will depend on the size of the project, will depend on the computer you have, so... I think having the stub content on the main README file is important for clarifying what exactly are we publishing. Felvrov is saying, Nuno, I'm glad that you are streaming. I just found out. I've been using Laravel 0 from back in the days. Dude, Laravel 0 was the goat of a project. You guys know what is Laravel 0? It was probably my first project that I have developed. Here we go. This is the goat, man. Oh my god. My little Laravel 0. 3.8k stars on GitHub. Almost 1 million applications created with this project. Oh, Laravel 0, Laravel 0. That was good times. Check this logo. This was a logo before AI, okay? So forgive me how bad this logo is. Do you like the logo, by the way? Write on the chat if you like the logo of Laravel 0. That was good times, chat. That was good times. Serious? You love it? Cool logo. Go. Gerardo is saying, hi Nuno, I'm Daniel, the guy who recommended Ground Burger in Lisbon a while ago. It was amazing. You went there? Dude, I know. The Ground Burger is probably the favorite place of me and my wife when we go to Lisbon. Probably doing that thing again for my birthday, which is coming soon. Kizzy is asking, for the legacy project, what is your advice on the PHP stand level? I don't know, man. You should go probably with level 5 and use the baseline feature from PHP stand. Okay, let's go here and type git add-p. Yep, I'm happy with this. Happy with this as well. Happy with this. Yes, sir. We don't need this. We don't need this. So here, I can literally remove this. This file doesn't even exist anymore. There we go, chat. Trusty is happy, right? There you go. And that's it. Ooh, not yet. Oh, no changes? Okay. So, readme.md. Okay. So let's type now git commit -m adds make action command. I'm going to call this feat. Here we go. Let's push this and see this live. Beautiful. Beautiful, chat. Let's make a tweet about this, okay? Don't forget, chat. Don't forget. I told you already multiple times. Every time you do something, either be reading an article, writing an article, something that you find interesting, just put yourself out there. Create a tweet. Create something that talks about that, okay? Here we go. Having this bad boy command to my Laravel Essentials package. And then an emoji with a chef kiss. There we go. Here we go, chat. That's done. Yeah, I need to cross-post to Pinkery for sure. Davey is asking if I use the pre-commit hooks. I don't know, man. For some reason, the pre-commit hooks never actually stick with me for some reason. I find them annoying. Sometimes I want to make just a small commit that changes the README, and then I have my full test suite running. That's a little bit annoying sometimes. Yeah, I know you can index your code base on Cursor, and you can equally, you know, have your rules file. So potentially, we could optimize this project, but also other projects I may run Cursor on for AI. Wilson Seisho, thank you so much for the subscription on Prime, dude. I really appreciate your support. Your support is important, so I really appreciate that. Arthur is saying, why do you say about reading and writing articles, Nuno? What about posting everything you read and write? Well, I think it's important that you expose yourself and you put yourself out there. That can bring you new job positions or potentially, you know, a new opportunity. I have countless examples in my life where just putting myself out there, giving a conference talk, or just tweeting, you know, here on stream, or building a package, or writing an article have bring me opportunities, new job positions, you know, literally. That's a vision you never thought about? Yeah, that's very important. Coder is asking, what time do you go sleep and you get up in the morning? Great question. So I typically stop streaming about 11 p.m. Then, well, I'm supposed to work on editing after the live stream, but I have been tired, man, to be honest. So, yeah, I go to bed around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and I start working at 10 a.m. next day. I wake up at 9:30, I take a coffee, and I start working at 10 a.m. typically. Gotta use this package. Thank you. I think the package is actually, you know, progressing a bunch, and happy with the results so far. I think these are great defaults, and I think like this one is actually a very good addition. The possibility of making actions easy peasy, just like that. I think it's awesome. Keith is saying, do you think FrankenPHP is production ready? I think so. Yeah, FrankenPHP is production ready. Yes. I've been using FrankenPHP here and there, and I think there is no issues whatsoever. By the way, chat, is the music, can you guys hear the music? The music is perfect vibes for me, so let me know. By the way, chat, do not forget, tomorrow we have a full live stream about React Miami. We will be live for more than 10 hours, literally reacting to every single talk on React Miami, okay? So if I go here to the schedule, let's see the schedule a little bit. I haven't checked yet. So if I click, for example, so it starts at 1 p.m. So here we are going to listen to Welcome to React Miami. Then we have Use the React Platform by Julian, which is about to use how React have evolved into a composable platform, okay? So some real good examples and real world examples about how to use these primitives to create powerful content. What else do we have? Dev Tools and the Performance tab. Throw a try catch into the trash. TypeScript is so slow. Well, yeah, it is slow indeed, but apparently here we are going to have some tips to make it a little bit less slower. Multiplayer experiences with React. I think this will be fun. State management. I think this will be super fun as well. Hey, Josh, thank you so much. 3 months already, man. So cool. Thank you so much. I hope we just collaborate a little bit more in the future, dude. You have been here in the channel just once, so I would love to have you again and to do other stuff together. There is Laracon US coming, by the way, Josh. And I think on Laracon US there will be a bunch of opportunities for us to do content. Let me know. What do I think about Cursor? Well, do you want me to be honest with you? I feel like Cursor and Windsurf are exactly the same thing. That's it. So Cursor is good, you know, but Windsurf was equally good. And I think PHP Storm is just catching up a little bit with this already. So TLDR. Cursor and Windsurf are like VS Code, but they have support for this AI assistants that can literally just, you know, iterate with your terminal and just have these AI models running. So kind of like VS Code, but with these features. Then we have, you know, PHP Storm kind of catching up with all of this. So I think we'll be catching off weeks to kind of have all of this in PHP Storm as well. You submitted the talk to Laracon US. That's awesome, dude. Laracon US is coming soon, and I will be one of the speakers right there, together with these beasts of people. All of these people are great speakers. This is literally the Champions League of speakers, and feels good to be alongside these folks. Evan Yu, Taylor Otwell, Aaron Francis, TJ Miller, Joe Dixon, Joe Tannenbaum, and Jess. It feels good to be alongside them. And literally, if you think that you can deliver a talk here, you can literally submit your talk right here. And there is also the VS Code agent. Yeah, it's catching up as well. Yeah. Hey Arthur, I will give a try to Trey. Thank you, thank you. When Laracon Egypt? I have no idea, dude. Josh is saying I need you to teach me how to make more packages. That's funny, dude. I think you know how to make a package. I never tried Zed. What is Zed, man? So I don't know. People tell me to try Zed, but also to try Warp, I think. I have never tried Zed or Warp, the terminal. Wait, what? Zed is not a terminal. It's literally an editor as well. Jesus Christ. Apologize, chat. Yeah, it's developed by the team who have developed Atom. Interesting. Yeah, I have never used this, chat. Zed on Laravel doesn't work great. Oh, because there is no extensions? Interesting. We can bring more React content to the stream in the future. Sven is saying, can you update the roadmap? Yeah, I will do that. Well, to be fair, let's keep the roadmap like this for now. And I'm happy. This package is almost 170 stars on GitHub. This is awesome. Yeah, man, for PHP development, I don't know what you guys think, but for PHP development, PHP Storm is just in another level. Which editor do you guys use, by the way? Write in the chat. Do you use Cursor? Do you use VS Code? Do you use PHP Storm? Do you use Sublime Text? What type of editor do you guys use? Josh, you can tell whatever you want, but PHP Actor or PHP IntelliSense, when you compare that with PHP Storm, it's just not enough, okay? That combination, basically VS Code, might work well for you because you haven't been full into PHP Storm, okay? But if you are a PHP Storm user, no way you are changing into that, like literally. It's so much different, like you get so much less on those VS Code editors, basically. Arthur is using NeoVim, interesting. Yeah, the only problem with PHP Storm at the moment is that it doesn't have, well, apparently now it has. People are telling me that there is an extension from Windsurf that you can use on PHP Storm. So maybe I need to catch up on that. But I remember like the agents, AI assistant story on PHP Storm wasn't yet as good as Cursor, for example. Yeah, Storm all the way. Yeah, same here. Yeah, my current setup is literally PHP Storm with GitHub Copilot. That's what I've been using, and it just works. Ooh, pipelines? What this guy means about pipelines, by the way, chat. What is this? Pipelines. But yeah, I really feel like once you are a PHP Storm user, it's kind of difficult to jump to other editors, but I don't know. Backwards Next is saying, I used PHP Storm on the last job and I knew it really well. I just didn't love it. VS Code with a Laravel extension is a sweet spot for you. Oh, that's awesome. Well, to be fair, before using PHP Storm, I was using Sublime Text all the time, and it was very tough to get me out of Sublime Text because of how snappy it feels. Because Sublime Text really feels fast. I think like Sublime Text feels or felt for me like NeoVim or Vim feels for other people, in the sense that it's super easy to use and you know. Yeah, we need to do a live stream just dedicated to make my AI assistant on PHP Storm as good as this one on Cursor. Well, people were saying that there is a new feature coming today, I think. PHP Storm news. Let me see. Is this today? Yeah, here we go. So, engagements on the AI assistant, free and limited access to code completion in local model support. So this is like literally free unlimited access to code completion, support for new cloud models, advanced RAG-based context awareness, new edit mode for editing multiple files directly from the chat. Okay, my problem back then when I've tried the AI assistant on PHP Storm was the changes that were made on the code didn't work as smooth as Cursor, for example, or Windsurf, to be fair. Oh, nice. Offline mode. This is actually cool. I didn't know this. So you can now also give or have AI assistants offline because it uses local models. I'm wondering what is like the AI model used for this. Because running a local model locally takes a lot of memory RAM. Oh, finally! Multiple file changes with edit mode. So I think this is literally what we have on or on Cursor or Windsurf. So the model will literally edit the files as well. Davey, see you next time, man. What is Juni, by the way? I have no idea what is that. Josh is saying, I have been using Ollama 3.2 locally for a while now for a super simple completion in chat. I really love it and no visible memory usage. Interesting, but it is because, you know, if I use like something like Gemma 27 billion parameters, it's slow on my MacBook, you know. It's not super slow, but it's slow. If I use any sort of good model locally with Ollama, it's so slow. So I was curious to know if that model also requires a bunch of memory RAM. People are saying type JetBrains Junie on PHP Storm on Google. Okay. Oh, I've never used this. Seems to be like a little bit like PHP Storm, right? In terms of being an editor as well. Probably more simple. Probably more agent AI driven. How much do I pay for PHP Storm? I don't pay for PHP Storm. Laravel pays for that. Back at Snack is saying, Arthur, it gets cheaper, but it starts with $100 a year. Oh, really? I think like if you're using PHP Storm for open source or for content creation, you can literally use it for free. But yeah, we need to give a try to this, okay, chat? All right, chat, do not forget, tomorrow, 1 p.m. UTC, we are literally checking React Miami all together here on the live stream. So I have been given permission to rebroadcast the live stream tomorrow on my YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Twitter, and I will be basically running this React to React Miami live stream. We are going to probably assist or watch all together the talk and try to be respectful while the talk is being given. But obviously, when we can, we just comment on the chat and we talk a little bit about what is being discussed and what was being introduced. But hopefully, we are going to learn a little bit together. I think it'll be super fun. Okay, I think that is a Laravel core member. Hey, there we go. Leah Thompson is literally giving a talk on React with inertia. So I think this will be basically Laravel related talk because it uses inertia.js. So very likely are going to be Laravel. Here we go. So this will be a Laravel talk. I think it will be fun to see a Laravel talk on this conference by Leah. On Friday, which I will be equally live streaming for full 10 hours, we are going to have different talks as well. And, you know, I think this will be super fun. Super fun. We have this event as well Friday, okay? So Friday, I'll be equally reacting to Terminal Feud, which is, in my opinion, what I think this is like a show where there will be teams, there will be questions, and hopefully will be super fun. So I'll be reacting into this as well. There is a small chance, this is not a promise, but there is a small chance that I will be basically calling people on the conference during the live stream. So with some luck, we are going to literally just call people like David Hill, this guy right here, and just literally having him telling me how the conference is doing and like filming locally a little bit for me. And I think that will be fun. But not only David, but other people as well. But let's see how it goes. Tomorrow will be a full day of surprises, and I cannot wait for tomorrow, to be honest, okay? Chat, today's live stream was super fun, okay? TLDR, Cursor was awesome. Very similar to the experience we had with Windsurf, okay? Hopefully, we need to literally configure a little bit PHP Storm to have those AI capacities as well. Realistically, I don't use a lot vibe coding these days, only for small pieces like generating SVGs or adjusting UI real fast. But for backend coding, not really. So I'm not really using vibe coding that much. That being said, tomorrow, live stream starts at 1 p.m. UTC. It was super cool to be with you guys today here. Thank you so much for staying on that side. Let's rate someone as usual. Let's rate João Patricio on codes again. He's been streaming a lot about AI as well, so I'm gonna rate João. And yeah, chat, thank you so much for being on that side. Love you all and catch you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. UTC. That being said, catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.